Hello everybody, good evening and welcome back to That's Football. It's Germany against Denmark in our second round of 16 game in Euro 2024 and we are live for the hosts, Germany against Denmark. Look, there's history. There's history here. I remember it. In 92, Denmark came off the beach, beat the Germans in the final and won the Euros in 1992. What country was that in? Sweden. This country is Germany, but it's Germany against Denmark, and that's where the similarity starts. Germany, the hosts of this tournament, and look, they've been very interesting in this tournament thus far. Denmark were the dark horses of the last Euros, weren't they? And potentially the World Cup as well. But they've not really hit the ground running in this tournament so far. Are they a spent force, or are they just simmering under the surface? It's going to be very interesting to see how this pans out, because Germany, as the hosts, you would want them to do quite well in a tournament. I think a tournament is always better when it's got the hosts in it. And this has been a fantastic tournament, in my opinion. And the Germans have hosted it really, really well. But there is that part of me with Rasmus and Eriksson and a Man United point of view and an underdog point of view. And look at those kits. Looks very good. Very good, doesn't it? Even on the graphic, that German kit, that yellow, orange, and it's red actually, isn't it? Black and white. It's a lovely, lovely kit. But yeah, I look. All I want is for this game not to go to extra time, so I could go and watch Coldplay at Galatasaray. But yeah, it's look. We had a really good game for the Swiss. And I hope that we're going to get it here as well. Get your comments in. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're trying to hit 190,000 tonight on our road to 2 million. So we want to go 119. So make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with That's Football. Everybody's welcome. Fantastic community. I was just thinking then, just before I hit live, you know, I've just done the United stand. Had a quick snack. Lovely snack it was as well, because I'd had my dinner before. Had an early dinner, so I had a little bit of a pudding lined up, which was cookies and cream from HelloFresh, you know, the dessert things, really nice. Sprinkled a few pecans on the top, bit of Greek yogurts, lovely combination, and it's given me a right balanced sugar rush. And yeah, I was just thinking, you know what, it's the summer. We're normally just sat there waiting on transfer news. We love the Premier League. We love the Champions League. We love domestic football. But this tournament is what it should be. We don't need international breaks during the season in September, October, and November and March. We just need summer tournaments to occupy us, where we can jump into the bubble, immerse ourselves. On a Saturday night in June, you've got sandwiched in between two cracking round of 16 games. But lovely. Absolutely lovely. Really, really looking forward to it. And hopefully we do get, you know, a good game out of this. But let's go through the team news. It hasn't actually started for you on the old sidebar. Interestingly, in the poll, which I think I did set up before, hopefully, yeah, 75% of you going with a Germany win and 24%, it's just gone 76%, going with the Denmark win. I would agree with that. I think that Germany are a better team than Denmark. I think that being the home nation, they're obviously going to have that advantage. And I think that momentum and the ability to score goals is in Germany's favour as well. You know, they haven't struggled to score goals in this tournament so far, so I think that's something that Denmark has struggled with. Interestingly, in the world rankings, Denmark are 21, below the likes of. Somebody was saying that earlier. What rank is Switzerland? I mean, it doesn't really matter if we're being completely honest. But Germany are 16th in the world rankings, and Switzerland are actually 19th. Denmark 21st. So Germany's ranking ain't that great, but that's probably to do with, I don't know what that's to do with. I don't know why that is actually, but considering Italy were 10 and Croatia were 9, I think the world rankings are somewhat, and Belgium are 3. So I don't take too much notice of that, to be honest with you. But there's the German team on your screen. Let's go through it. Neuer, Rahm, Schlotterbeck, Rudiger, Kimmich, Kroos, Andrik, Musiala, Gundogan, Sane, Havertz. I quite like the fact that Sane is starting. I know he's not always started, but I do like the fact that he's starting. Wirtz on the bench. He started some games recently, but I like the, I like the winger. I like the flair player, and I think Sane gives them a little bit of that. Good players on their bench, though. They've got the experience of people like Chan. I mean, you've got to say the experience of Füllkrug as well. I mean, what a shot he's got on him. This game being played in Dortmund as well, it would be great to see Füllkrug coming on, of course. But let's have a look at the Danish lineup. I mean, I sort of remember speaking to Will about this on the Goldbridge Saves Football podcast. And look, I've predicted that Turkey would be very good in a recent tournament, like many people did, and they weren't. So I'm not going to say, oh, look at me, I'm a genius. But I did predict Switzerland would be a dark horse of the tournament, and I also said Austria. Now, Switzerland are in the quarterfinals of the Euros. I think when you hit the quarterfinals of the Euros and you're Switzerland, you're almost into that category already. You've almost won it. Switzerland in a quarterfinal of the Euros is very good for them. Who knows how much further they could go. Obviously, Austria have got to get past Turkey to really be considered a success. But Denmark have been held up as a dark horse for a very long time. This is their ultimate test. The winner of this probably plays Spain next weekend because Spain have got Georgia. This is the time for Denmark to deliver if they're going to deliver. I think I would go with the majority on this one. I would expect Germany to win. But Schmeichel, Christensen, Vestergaard, Anderson, Mail, Højbjerg, Delaney, Barr, Eriksson, Højlund, Olsen. What I've seen from Denmark so far is an inability to create chances, an inability to really, get going. And I think that might be something that they struggle with. Where's Holmlund? Is he suspended? Because that's a big blow. That is a big blow. I really haven't kept up to grabs with players that are missing from other teams other than England. Why is he not playing? Yeah, yellow card. It's just a real shame, isn't it? It is a real shame. Look, the rules are the rules. Those are the rules, and you can't argue with that. But Calafiori, Italy out, Holmlund out. It's tough. It's probably more manageable for Italy than it is for Denmark to be missing a player of that quality. To be honest, that's a tough one. I've got to say. But look, it would be tough even if they had him, and I think that. Really, Newcastle this evening have accepted a 33 million bid from Brighton for winger Minte. Who? £33 million? He must be good if Brighton wants him, that's all I'm saying. But there we go. That's yeah. That's crazy. 19-year-old Gambian winger who was on loan last season in Eredivisie helps Newcastle out. I mean, is that inflated again? Will we see Newcastle buying a Brighton player? We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Maybe they'll be seeing Matoma going the other way at some point. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, look, that was just breaking news. That's football, so we're happy to bring you that. But Rasmus. Let's see if he can do it. Players are walking out onto the pitch now. 5 minutes away from kickoff. Get involved in the chat. As always, you're very, very welcome. We've already got Switzerland through. If you didn't miss that because you were out, if you did miss that because you were out and about, we did the watch along of that earlier. Switzerland, very, very impressive as a team. And of course, Switzerland gave a very good account of themselves against Germany just last week in the final group stage game. So, they've done very, very well. And they thoroughly deserve to beat Italy. Italy were never in that game. And to be honest with you, it feels a little bit like England 2014 in the World Cup. If you're an Italian, you've really never turned up at that tournament, have you? You've gone home with a complete and utter whimper. A late equaliser against Croatia, losing to Spain comprehensively, losing to Switzerland comprehensively. Yeah, they've really gone out with a whimper. It's bloody Michael Oliver, says Lee. Don't show me the referee. Do you see any buyers for Eriksen? We could get 5 to 6 million max, says Gareth. Well, these sort of games are quite useful if Eriksen plays well. Scored a good goal in the group stage, didn't he? Another goal scorer to put a fiver on, please, Mark, says Hessen. I didn't get you a fiver with Embolo, though, did I? I nearly did in that one-on-one. Goal scorer in this game. I know he's not even playing. You don't want first goal scorer, do you? I've got a funny feeling Füllkrug will score. Even though he's on the bench, I think he'll score. I think he'll come on. It's in Dortmund. I think Füllkrug will score. Starting player to score. Gundogan. Yeah. Reese says, Michael Oliver, Germany are cursed. Your favourite ref. There you go. I'm going to close this poll off now because it's been hovering around 75% for Germany and Denmark, 24%. So that's where we are with that. I like doing a goal scorer predictor, actually. That's quite good. So I've gone Füllkrug and Gundogan. Obviously, Füllkrug is on the bench, so I get a second shout. The Swiss surprised me, says Jake. Well, if Turkey win on Tuesday, you'll be getting a Turkish delight. Musiala will be in the goal, says Kevin Carter. And have a feeling Sane will score, says Terp. Is anyone giving Denmark a chance? I mean, I'd love them to do it. I think I would absolutely love Denmark to do it. But I feel that they are massive underdogs here because this is... You know what? I think people are sleeping on Germany a little bit. I haven't really watched a lot of Germany. I watched the first game against Scotland. I was sort of flicking between the other game, the Scotland-Hungary game, rather than Switzerland-Germany. But, you know, you look at that atmosphere. This is a home game. Germany are playing a home game every game. And I just don't think you can underestimate that. If this was Germany-Denmark in, you know, a Turkish Euros or whatever, but this is a German Euros, and I think that home crowd is going to be very, very, very significant. So yeah, I think it'd be very difficult for Denmark. But there is that uncertainty around Germany, I admit. How good actually are they? Jack Butler, welcome to the Members Club. You're a legend. Thank you very much. You can get your badge in the chat and support the channel by becoming a member. I appreciate that. Mark, India has brought home the 2020 World Cup, now waiting for England to bring it home at the Euros, says Mojo. Well, congratulations. I wasn't aware about that. Gary says, we need a big game from Rasmus. Been horrid so far. I'm not worried about that. I don't think... You know, I've watched a lot of these Euros games. You know, it's no surprise to me that Switzerland are better than Italy. I think Austria-Turkey is one of the games of the week. I can't wait for that on Tuesday night. I think England will find a way past Slovakia tomorrow quite comfortably. I think Spain are going to do Georgia. And I think, you know, Germany will dominate the ball against Denmark. And the reason Rasmus probably isn't having a great tournament is because he's not getting any bloody service. He's in the graveyard shift. So... I've been living this at United for years. Ronaldo, Martial, Cavani, Rasmus, Rashford. People get on their back, but then there's no service. So, of course, he probably has had a few 5 out of 10s. But what do you expect a service striker to do with no service? When you lived in Ireland, did you ever watch any Gaelic football and hurling? If so, what did you think of it? I will have watched it, Patrick, but the answer's still the same. There's only one love in my life, and I don't cheat on it. Mrs. Goldbridge and football. I don't have time for anything else. I really don't. Italy got knocked out of the Euros by Switzerland, says Matthew. Slow Sports News there. God, your internet must be really slow. Say hello to your pigeon. If it's a different team and tournament, can Rasmus be part of the issue, says Michael. No Humlen is a massive loss for the Danes, says Terp. Kroos needs a Euro to complete his legacy. Look, I'm conflicted on this because I want Denmark to win, but then I want Germany to stay in the tournament because it makes the tournament better when there is when the host nation is still in it. So I am a little bit conflicted, but I think Germany win it, to be honest. Michael Oliver's had his hair cut. Yeah, at least he's not copying mine anymore. He's gone shorter. Can't. And we're off. There we go. 1-0. Sorry, not 1-0. Don't know why I said 1-0. I panicked. Mojo is an absolute legend. He's just gifted 50 memberships in the chat. The guy's on smoke. Absolutely incredible. Incredible stuff. Mojo, absolute legend. Thank you very much. Well, if you've got a badge in your next to your name, you should be saying thank you to him. Absolute legend. He's happy about the cricket, you see. Now you're not slagging off cricket. Brad, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you. You're a legend as well. I'm going to do a little bit of... I want to get active in the polls on the show today. So either or, who will go further in the Euros? I'm going to go Switzerland or Austria. Now, Switzerland already are further because they're in the quarterfinals. Austria play Turkey to get in the quarterfinals. Switzerland will probably play England, and then Austria will probably play the Netherlands. So who's going to go further out of those two? Give us your thoughts. But look, first 5 minutes is going to be really interesting here. Do Denmark sit back and soak up the pressure, or do they try and implement some control of the game? It's a tricky one. Denmark's system is not dissimilar to Switzerland. Straight away you can see it. 5 at the back, 4 across the midfield, and 1 up front defensively. But can they attack the way that Switzerland do and turn it into a 4-3-3? Sorry, 3-4-3 is what Switzerland do. But it's Germany on the attack here. Havertz trying to wreak havoc. What do I think of the German kit? I think German kits are always very tidy, but I don't think their home kit is up there with one of my favourites, really. I mean, Adidas is a German company, isn't it? They always do nice kits for Germany. I just don't really like the shorts. I think Germany, for me, always black shorts, isn't it? The top's nice. I just think the shorts look a bit odd. Why is Havertz even starting? Says Hertz. Don't start that. Not with all the Arsenal fans. Cross comes in. It's all Germany. He's in on the back post here. He's put the cross in. Denmark are going to have to ride this storm out a little bit. It's an early corner. Composure. He's done well to put the cross in. Ram. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Early corner here for Germany. 75% of you said Germany win this game. And they're winning 1-0 already, although Michael Oliver's given the goal. I thought he wasn't going to give the goal. Schlotterbeck up with their header. 1-0 already. And he's not giving it. It's given. I actually thought Michael Oliver was going to not give this goal. I will reserve judgment on it for a moment, but he's not giving it. No, he's not giving it. It's disallowed. I was going to say that I thought he hadn't given it. I thought he hadn't given it, but then the German Schlotterbeck turned back and then ran away celebrating. So I thought he had given it. And then they've quickly not given it. So I don't... Again, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. We'll have to see the replay because I thought he hadn't given it, like I say. But then Schlotterbeck looked at him and then ran away celebrating. So, I don't know. I don't know what went wrong there. But it's always our referees. Apologies if you're not English. We need to see a replay on that. But it was confusing. I don't want to repeat myself, but it was confusing. Here it is. I don't think it's a foul. I can't see where the foul is. I can't see how that's been disallowed. I really can't. I can't see it. It must be the run-up. There's no foul on Schmeichel. It's got to be before that. Oh, it's Kimmich blocking him off. That's what it is. But you see that all the time. I don't think that's a foul. Like, you see that all the time. That's just tactical. Like, you see that all the time. People blocking off the runs. What can Kimmich do? How does Kimmich get out of the way, to be fair? I know he blocks him, but you see that all the time. I don't think that's a foul. I don't, because I just don't think... I think that happens a lot. People blocking off people's runs. It's part of the game. I don't think that's a foul. Oh, what a shot that is. Is that Kimmich? Yes. I tell you what, this could be a long night for Denmark. They've already conceded a goal, and Kimmich has just had an absolute howitzer. I mean, it's a straightforward save for Schmeichel, really, to palm it over. But who had a worse performance, Italy or Joe Biden, says Alex? Let's not make it political. When you lived in Ireland, I've done that one from Patrick. Thank you very much for the super chats, by the way. Another corner for Germany. They're pumped up here. The goal didn't the goal didn't count. 56% of you said that Austria will go further than Switzerland, which is interesting. I'm just going to stop that poll because I want to just run a poll on whether it should have been a goal. And another good save by Schmeichel. I tell you what, they're not messing about here. The Germans are on fire in this start. Should the goal have stood? Yes or no? Very interested to know what you're going to do. Vote on this. Very interested to know. White Hammer says that's pathetic. What happened to Premier League referees? Son says you've got to choose one, Michael Oliver or Southgate. What for what? You know, 10-year prison sentence, holiday to Magaluf, coming round for dinner, pint down the local, you know, throwing overboard. What we're doing? I need context. Should have been a goal, says Dougie. I think it should have been a goal. I think it's very easy to look at Kimmich blocking him off and say that's a foul. But I'm telling you now, I can show you about 20 goals from last season that came from corners, and the similar thing will have happened. It's first phase. It's 10 metres before the actual jump. I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough to rule a goal out. I think if there's a foul on Schmeichel, fine. But no, I don't think you can call a goal out because his marker gets blocked off 10 metres before he runs and jumps. I also don't think his marker, whether Kimmich blocks him or not, is stopping him making that run. That's the way to look at it. Does what Kimmich do actually stop the goal? I don't think it does. Hi, Mark. Says, Rub, I had a lovely sunny Saturday here in Amsterdam. Loving for a good game here today. Let's go. Yeah, I'm glad you've had that. I'm glad you've had a good day. I've had a good day today, mate. It was Seb had his awards. They run it really well for an amateur football club. Like, they've got loads of teams like under 6, under 7, all the way through to under 18s, and basically they have like a big like inflatables and a bar and food, and they start it at midday, and then they have the under 7s there at like for 1 o'clock. And they have like this outside stage. They sit them all down, they do their awards, and then 1:20 it's the under 8s and under 9s, and then by about 5 o'clock the under 18s are there. So people just gradually come through the day. It was nice, so you can just have a couple of beers and stuff. It was good. 67% of you say a goal should have been given. So yeah, I hope you've all had a good day, whatever you've been doing. I mean, I obviously was doing the Switzerland-Italy game, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And what I will say as well is, I think, I said it at the start of the Switzerland-Italy game, the group stage of this tournament's been really good. The crowds have been really good. The venue's been really good. The weather's been really good. It's been a good tournament. But there is plenty of tournaments that have had a good group stage and it falls away a little bit. I think the great thing about that Italy-Switzerland game is that easily could have been a 0-0 extra time penalties game, and we didn't. We got a better team winning the game. Oh my God, what a shot by Havertz. And Schmeichel's busy here. He's busy. What's a bigger derby? England-Germany or England-France, says Goldio. I think for us it's Germany. For the Germans, I don't know that they would see us as big as France now, to be honest. Another good save by Kasper Schmeichel. Havertz was onside as well there because it's a corner. Any thoughts on Musiala to City, says Juan. Be a good player. Joe Wilkinson says this makes England look even worse, the way that Germany are dominating them. Another corner, good corner, free header straight at Schmeichel. Oh, I tell you what. That was like a basketball screen from Kimmich, says Ahmed. JSM says congratulations to India on winning the Cricket World Cup. Yep, it's well done to them, and congratulations to Mojo, who told us about that, but also has given out 50 memberships here. So look at that. 80% possession in this first 11 minutes. 2 shots on target. Denmark. I mean, look, Rasmus in a graveyard shift again. It's magnetic, isn't it? There's progress now. Oh, when there was once was none. I'm loving this tournament. I'm bloody loving it. Ooh, yeah. This has got Switzerland-Italy vibes. This is very much like what happened in that game, if we're being completely honest. Denmark really don't want the ball and are obviously setting up to be defensive, but they could easily have conceded a few times by now. Look, as I said, I'm conflicted. I'd love Denmark to win this. I really, really would, because of Rasmus and Eriksson. But, you know, the host nation... Imagine Germany, Spain next week if they both get through. What a game that would be. You know, I want as many good teams. It just makes me excited thinking about it. But it's relentless from Germany at the moment. I suppose Denmark will just hope that they can ride the storm and build their platform into the game somehow. Schmeichel's going to be man of the match for Denmark, I'll tell you that for free. Well, we're in the Danish half here. They're actually on the front foot a little bit in the fact that they've got possession in the German half, and they've got a chance to whip a free kick in here. England, Slovakia tomorrow, of course. 5 o'clock is what I was going to say. 5. Yeah, 5 o'clock. I wish it was the 8 o'clock game because Spain, Georgia would be nice. if that was... nothing comes from that. Sane on the attack. And he's given a free kick. It's a decent position. They've got a few architects here. They could do something with it. Sane, good run. Was it a free kick? Gives him a little bit of a shove. I don't know. I think that's soft. I'm with you, Tiago. I think that's a bit soft for a free kick. Southgate's a track for pass it on. Tractor, says T3D. Yeah, if you know, you know. Southgate's a tractor. Pass it on. I called him a tractor on the podcast, off the cuff. I don't even know what it means, but it really works. He is a tractor. Yeah, Southgate's a tractor. It works. He is a tractor. He's slow, annoying, and basically spreads shit. Mainu to score a banger tomorrow, says Ahmed. I'm hoping so. Denmark have been disappointed. I expected better from them this tournament, says Nigel. Oddie says, how much you get for this damn Coke ad? What are you talking about? Man United needs Kimmich, Eugene from South Africa. I don't know about you and what Eugene's like, but Kimmich would be good, Eugene. Oh, you're Eugene, sorry. Thanks, Eugene. Would you take Kasper Schmeichel? No. Grant, I wouldn't. Definitely a goal. Schmeichel was not blocked. He ran into his own defender, Michael Oliver, yet again, says Chin. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, just going back to what Nigel said about Denmark being disappointing, though. But it all comes in... Sane's had a good start here. It all comes in waves anyway, because Italy, you know, they're terrible in this tournament. And I've watched enough tournaments, and you lot have watched enough tournaments, and this is how it plays out. Teams, you know, Germany have had bad tournaments. Brazil have had bad tournaments. Argentina have had bad tournaments. France have as well. Nothing ever lasts forever. And I think with Denmark, they've probably had a run of years where they were, you know, the dark horse, capable of hitting semi-finals or etc. And they're now sort of coming to the end of their shelf life a little bit, or other teams are stepping forward. So I just don't, you know, I don't think in international football there's very few teams that will just stay relevant every year. I think in international football, good cross, headed away. I also think in international football it's all about timing. I mean, you want to have your crap form after a tournament for about a year, but be good enough to still qualify, and then time yourself for the, you know, every 2 years. In rugby, it's even worse. Their World Cups every 4 years. You've got to time it every 4 years, haven't you? Denmark's also a small country, says Arch, yeah. Wirtz, sitting Wirtz and starting Sane, Southgate would never. Yeah, but Nagelsmann's a coach, Daniel. Southgate's a tractor. Jeet says, are all clubs waiting for Euros to end to spend? Does that apply to staff deals like medical staff, says Jeet? I think Man United are waiting until July the 1st, definitely, yeah. I think next week things will start to move. I think Denmark are going to be very happy here that it's 0-0 after 20 minutes. That first 10 minutes was a bit shaky, but they've steadied the ship a little bit here. Although Germany still have 76% possession. They've had 4 shots on target, 6 altogether, 92% pass accuracy, and Denmark have done next to nothing. Right, Rasmus comes deep a little bit here. So it's Eriksson. Ooh. Done well there, Denmark. Still got it. Nice little bit of possession for them here, but they've gone back all the way back to the halfway line. Kartik says, Gordon to Liverpool, how would you rate the move? Brilliant move for Liverpool. Very good move for Gordon, if that's what he wants to do. I've got to say, it'd be a bit controversial because he played for Everton and he's only been at Newcastle for a year and a half. Do Newcastle need to do it? I mean, they've just sold this guy for 30 million to Brighton that I'd never heard of. Did Kane say in the press conference that 99% of England's still behind the manager? Harry Kane is a world-class striker, but his press conferences are National League. That's a lovely ball over the top. I tell you what, the way Eriksen took that out the sky there was absolutely immense. Watch this. It's a 60-yard ball. That control by Eriksen. Someone's going to want to buy him. Magnetic. He's won a corner as well. What a touch. But that's the thing with Eriksen. I've said this before. How many times have we used him where he plays for Denmark? We don't play him there, do we? Denmark have settled in now. I think if Germany get that early goal, the momentum's there. But, you know, this is the thing as well, isn't it? From a home crowd point of view, great start. You don't get the goal. Game goes through a little bit more of a 50-50 phase. And, you know, you can start to, as the away team, you might be able to start, you know, finding a few cracks. Oliver makes me dread the new season, says Kenneth. It's a nice little ball. Oh, good head, good defending. Denmark just getting a little bit of the ball here. They've got a growing confidence. You know, Germany have got the home support and the atmosphere will be intimidating, but are they an intimidating side? I think you can get at them. Fan of UFC coming to Manchester soon, says Danny on the gas. It's been a slow summer without Mark's daily videos. What, on this channel? It's hard to do daily 10-minute videos on here. I normally do them, don't I? But it's hard to do it at the moment with all the Euros stuff. They will be back as soon as the Euros are over. I know what you mean. But the funny thing is, who have Arsenal signed or sold? Who have Man City signed or sold? Who have Liverpool signed or sold? You know, it's not like a lot of clubs aren't doing stuff anyway. Now, hopefully that's because they're waiting for July and a new football financial year. I mean, Arsenal, not really hearing anything about them. Apollo's been to the future and Denmark win. I've been to the future and Apollo gets bantered at the end of the stream because they don't win. Although, oh, I tell you what, you've got to be putting them in. It's a tough chance. Again, Denmark, Eriksen is the architect. And he's gone side netting there. I can't pronounce his name. He's a good player. I've never been able to pronounce his name. I call him Mehil, but I don't think that's how you spell it. Mailer. That's how you do it. Thank you. People don't realise how good Eriksen is, says Robert McCormack. Well, you and I know, Robert, because we know from the United stand that the problem with Eriksen is, and I'm bored of saying this, and there'll be people in the chat that this is one of them things that I always say and people always like. Eriksen, before he came to Manchester United, head injury here between Christensen and Havertz, so I can say this. Eriksen, before he came to Manchester United, if you said to me, what is he? I would say he's a number 10. Whether it's from Inter or Spurs, I would have said Christian Eriksen is a number 10. Man United buy him. Bruno's our 10. He's playing as an 8. He's just not an 8. You can't play Christian Eriksen as an 8 for Man United. He hasn't got the legs. He hasn't got the physicality. But I think if you played him as a 10, we might have seen a different player. But it's not the first time Man United have done that. We did it with Mata. We never played him as a 10. When Juan Mata was at Chelsea, I remember watching him play for Spain in a tournament before the World Cup, 2013 maybe it was, for Spain. Oh my God, I was like, who is this player? Unbelievable. Thunderstorms for forecast this evening, says Wolf. That will liven it up. But we never played Mata as a 10. And we've never really used Eriksen as a 10 either. And I think that's the problem. I think if you were a club in Italy or Turkey or Germany and you're looking for a number 10, you couldn't go far wrong with Christian Eriksen. Here's Sane down the right-hand side. I do like Sane. Even though he played for Man City, I always liked him. I just think he's got a really good balance to him. But like most wingers, he's inconsistent. People who called De Ligt slow take all their football knowledge off FIFA. I mean, I can't believe people think he's slow. Delicate official. Rasmus or Nunez, can you all watch our vlog? Says the Wandering Dolls. There you go. Can you watch the vlog, the Wandering Dolls? Rasmus or Nunez? I like both players, mate. I mean, I do like both players. I think they're both, still got a lot to prove, but I do like both of them. Lovely play by Musiala, but good tackle. Vestergaard. Germany winning a lot of second balls here, but Denmark are building a bit of a platform. Rasmus down the touchline, and Rudiger's read that too easily. Mata was shit at United, Mark, says Alex. Yeah, total shit, wasn't he? Eriksen before the Carroll tackle was the person making this tick. Unbelievable play. Yeah, you're right. I've said that on United Stand T3D games. That Andy Carroll. I nearly said Lewis Carroll. That's Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe. Andy Carroll ended Eriksen, really. No. Lewis Carroll wrote Alice in Wonderland. C.S. Lewis wrote Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe. Sure, a bit of a history lesson, but apparently Lewis Carroll, who wrote Alice in Wonderland, was no, I'm not saying that. Might get sued by his estate. There are some dubious rumours about him. Do you remember that Mata overhead kick? Wanfield, yes, Nigel. That's why I was being taking the piss out of Alex. That was one of the best performances Man United have had at Anfield in about a decade. We actually dominated possession and it ended up with a great goal. That's one of the best performances I've seen from United in the last 10 years. We played really well that day and Liverpool were good. I'm watching the game, Ross. Well, Denmark are growing into this. Cross comes in. No. That's a free kick right on the edge. Definitely a free kick right on the edge of the box. He might end up getting booked. Andrik with the foul. Yes, definitely a free kick. Meggs knows what he's doing. Right on the edge. It's tough to score from here, though. Andrik looks like a bloody villain. We're in Dortmund, aren't we? Richard Newton says there's a goal coming in here. Well, it's a good area for Ericsson. Half an hour, but he's got to get it up and over. These are very difficult to do. Right on the edge of the box. Very central. Everyone always gets excited about these types of free kicks. But you rarely see them going in because it's a very difficult technique to get it up and down. Too close to goal, Will. Exactly. If you've played the game, because of the height of the wall, it's simple mathematics that it's very difficult to get it over the wall and down. What he might do, if he can get that over the wall, it's a goal. Neuer won't be able to save it in the top corner. But what he might do is go through the Danish players. Oh, he's gone straight into the wall. See what I mean? That's a lovely cross. No one's really anticipating it, though. Ericsson's not very happy. He's tried to go up and over, but he's got absolute... And, of course, the wall jumps as well. Watch. That's a crap free kick as well. I wonder if he's tried to go under the wall. Should have gone under. Says Cars. Yeah. Alex G says it was a good goal at Anfield, but overall he did nothing for us. I just think we misused him, mate, to be honest. We went through a phase of buying, you know, these interesting profile players who were like number 10s and not using them as that. I mean, I think Mkhitaryan would have been better as a central 10. Kagawa, Mata, and now Ericsson. I think we've bought a number of players that really should have just been given the number 10 role, and we ended up putting them on the wing. Didn't Moyes put Kagawa in the ring instead of Cam? Yes, Arturo. Mason Mount's another one, yeah. Good point, SN Gaming. I think Denmark have stabilised here, and if I was Germany, I'd be a little bit worried. Right, if Ericsson can get this into Rasmus, which he has, he's up against Rudiger, he's all on his own. And it ends up being blocked. Now, Germany have got an attack. I mean, I always will be an advocate of a game needs a goal. But obviously it's in Denmark's interest the longer it stays 0-0. Because the German crowd will start to panic. The same as an English crowd would panic in Wembley, or an Italian crowd would panic in Rome, or a French crowd would panic in Paris, or a Spanish crowd would panic in Lisbon, or a Portuguese crowd would panic in Lisbon, because Spain would be away in Lisbon, Madrid or Barcelona. Anyway, you get my point. Home crowds are great, but when it's 0-0 after an hour, home crowds get nervous. It's raining now. I don't know how long it's been raining. Let's have a weather check. You know me, I like the weather checks. German weather. Severe weather could affect Germany against Denmark. This is from Yahoo Weather. Who goes to Yahoo? Germany weather. Berlin. Berlin. Well, it's 30 degrees. Oh, hold on a minute. Gundogan. He's got to switch. He's going to switch. He's going to switch. Yes, good ball into Kroos. He's got options in the 10. It's Sane. He's going to play it into Gundogan. No, he's not. Havertz was the pass. Yeah, well, I don't know. Chance of precipitation, 10%. On the attack again with Havertz. Get Fulkrug on. Oh, no. They have got tomorrow in Berlin. It's going to be a lot of rain. Hold on. Michael Oliver is thinking about taking the players off because of the thunder. He's scared of the thunder. He doesn't like it. He's taking them off. Is it that bad? Oliver, I want to watch Coldplay at Galatasaray. At Glastonbury. You're delaying my chances of watching it. They're on at 10, Oliver. You've already fucked up the Premier League season. Don't fuck up Glastonbury on a Saturday night. Lots of lightning. Forget Yahoo, it's all about Ask Jeeves, says Alex G. Mateus, welcome to the Members Club. Appreciate that. 64% of you said it should have been a goal for Germany, by the way. 36% of you said not. If you missed that, header scored by Schlotterbeck was ruled out because 10 metres before he ran and jumped, Kimmich blocked off a Danish defender. I don't think that's enough, if I'm being honest. It's in Dortmund, this. Yeah, I'm looking at Berlin weather. What a prat. I'm literally looking at Berlin weather. Dortmund weather is, yeah, rain tonight. Heavy rain showers tonight, tomorrow. God, the weather's gone really shit in Germany. Where's all the good weather gone? You've got a week of rain coming. Your weathers are like ours. Your summers are like ours. Take the players off. Never mind the fans, says Oddie. Ben Lane, thanks very much for your super chat. Just while we've got a bit of a break here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, bottom right-hand corner. We are getting very close, and I think we can do it. 190,000 is what we're trying to hit tonight. 119. And ultimately, by the end of the Euros, we want to hit 2 million, which would be great. So please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the channel. Remember, we're doing every Euros game as a watch-along. We've done every single one so far. Wow. Shit. It's all right taking the players off. What about the 60,000 fans that are sat in the seats high up? Right, is anybody a weather expert? Why would we not be just getting on with this? Is it the intensity of the rain? Mrs. Goldbridge has just messaged me and said, lightning for fuck's sake, there goes Coldplay. And I've said, don't worry, they're bound to do a few shit songs we can fast forward through. They've took them off. Torrential rain, maybe. Players taken off the pitch. Oliver needed to do a number 2. Well, he shit himself when he saw the lightning, didn't he? I can't mess my hair up. Mark Davies says, I'm not surprised rugby fans laugh at football players. Oh, it's raining. What about my hair? Won't someone call the game off for my hair? What a bunch of woke pussies, says Mark. VAR is bad, but for fuck's sake. Well, look, I've played the game, and I think we've all... The only time I ever got took off in a game was hail. Now, hail, if you don't understand what that is, it's like... It's not snow, it's like you know what hail is. It's like the ice balls that fall. But they were falling like golf clubs. And not golf clubs, like golf balls. So we had to go in for about 5 minutes. But that's the only time. Never, ever, ever been taken off because of rain. A player in Japan recently passed away from being struck by lightning on the pitch. They're not taking any chances because of that, says Alex G. Metal studs, apparently, mate, attract lightning. And not the big metal stadium that's higher than the studs. So you're telling me lightning in a big metal structure is going to home in on a player's studs? I've played rugby in worse conditions, says Zed Marcus. It's proximity of lightning to the stadium, says Lake on the Moon. The world has gone soft, says Parker. No more. Ali McCoy's just said it was a good decision to pause because the sky is black. Yeah, that's because it's night time, Ali. Also, Michael Oliver must hate AC/DC. Michael Oliver is officiating and the weather is not having it. Do a Coldplay watch-along, Mark, says Ben. Mark Goldbridge says, sorry, lads, the thunder is me. Just had an Indian. Take the players off. Never mind the fans. We've done that. Nelly says, to be fair, you and Oliver have the same haircut. He doesn't. And Mohammed says, Oliver has to be the weakest ref at the Euros. The goal should have stood. It is a hurricane there in Germany. Any news on United transfers, says Mohammed. And I've played rugby in worse conditions, says Ed Marcus. I think that, well, look at the weather there. It's torrential rain. I think that when we're being honest, when we're being honest here, it's disappointing, but you know, I don't know what my general thought on it is really. I think that player safety is always going to be at the forefront, and hopefully they won't be off for very long. Give us your thoughts. But look, I've just seen the goal there again. It's definitely a goal. There's no doubt about it. Look at Kimmich, Olsen and Schlotterbeck. This happens on every corner routine all the time. Now, Kimmich is blocking him off. There's no doubt about that. But I think it should be a goal. I do. Continue the game in the locker rooms, I say, says Iso. Pob says, Christopher Kramer said on German TV that he knows weather and it will be over soon. Well, if he says it, it must be true. Let's hope it hits the German... No, we're not reading that, Oddie. This is the last game for my Aka, says Michael. And I had that the weather when I went to Old Trafford for a City derby, regular Sunday in Manchester, says Delicate Official. Simon says, contrary to what most people think, travels along the ground. Well, it's like Old Trafford. It's pouring off the stadium here. And English refs stopped the game because of rain. Brilliant, says White Hammer. Continue, Kate. It's been suspended. That doesn't mean it's been cancelled, by the way. So the game will still continue. Please do subscribe, by the way, because while that's doing that, we could hit 1.19 subscribers. Michael Oliver's not happy about the cameras being there, which is a real contradiction. I've just seen Michael Oliver talking about the weather. He saw a camera and he said, I don't want to talk in front of them, and moved away. Now, normally, he wants the camera on him. Maybe he's not done his hair properly or something. Maybe the rain's ruined it. Here in the USA, for lightning, they pause the game, clear the players and force the entire crowd to leave their seats. The delays can last hours, says Michael McDonald. Yeah, they're loving it. What was the bit? Yeah, we were nearly at half time anyway. Just called half time early. Imagine Old Trafford in this weather. It's pouring down there. Look at that. Absolutely pouring down. let's go to Met weather. Met weather. Dortmund. Google will be going, why are people so obsessed about the weather in Germany? Right, they've got... Oh, there's a lot of rain going on there. Well, it says here, heavy rain. Well, what day is it? What are they doing here? Dortmund. Let's go back to Saturday night, thanks. Tonight. Yeah, this should be a quick shower. They've got heavy rain overnight, but this should be a quick shower. This should be over quickly, I think. Denmark corner for £480. Let's go Denmark, says Michael. If a player got hit by lightning, that'd be brutal, says LBT. Yeah, it would burn a bit, mate. Yeah, it would. Fucking hell, look at that roof. It's like Niagara Falls. Yeah, look, the clouds are clearing. I've seen the sky. I've seen the sky. I've played the weather. Those clouds are clearing off. They'll be gone. Give it 5 minutes and we'll be back up. Unless the pitch is waterlogged, in which case that could be problematic. That roof is worse than Old Trafford. I don't think it is worse. I think it's just volume of rain. I really do. We are only 100 subscribers away from 190,000 on our road to 2 million subscribers. So please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. And you're very welcome on That's Football. We're doing every watch-along on this tournament. England tomorrow. Spain, Georgia tomorrow night. Monday, you've got Slovenia against Portugal. And... it must be France, Belgium, yes. And then Tuesday, you've got Netherlands, Romania, and Austria, Denmark, Austria, Turkey. So, yeah, looking forward to all of those. First game we've had suspended for rain so far. But let's have a look at the stats because it's not half time, but we can have a quick look at it. Let's pause. So, yeah, I mean, Denmark have come back into it a little bit. No shots on target. The possession's come down. Germany really went for it in that first sort of 10 minutes, didn't they? And Kasper Schmeichel was very busy. He was like Inspector Gadget, go Gadget arms. But Germany obviously didn't get the goal. One disallowed and a couple of good saves from Schmeichel. And then since that point, they've really settled into it. Look at the clouds. They're clearing now, look. You can see it. We'll be all right in a minute. We'll be up and running. Fear not, my friends, for the weather will not halt us. For tonight, we will see Germany against Denmark. And then we will flee here for Coldplay at Glastonbury. Tonight, my friends, we will dine on the vocal cords of Chris Martin. That sounds wrong. Yeah, everyone's on their phones. Get on That's Football. Welcome, Danish and German friends. Is it fair to assume that my Swiss team have about an 80% chance to beat Gareth Ball? Says Delegate Official. Look, I think look, if you've been on social media tonight, a lot of uneducated, arrogant English people are saying what an easy path to the semi-final because they think Switzerland is an easier game than Italy. And there endeth the lesson of people who actually watch football because Switzerland are definitely better than Italy and Switzerland are definitely going to be a harder game for us. Hopefully we can beat Slovakia and beat Switzerland and we'll be favourites in both, but it'll be a tough game. Eric says Slovakia are no slouches, Mark. what are Slovakia at the end of the day? Like, let's be real here, because we've got a couple of minutes and we don't normally get a chance to do this, but let's have a look at Slovakia in their group. Okay, like, they finished third in their group. They all finished on 4 points in that group, to be fair. So they won one, lost one, drew one, right? They beat Belgium. It was a bit of a fluke. If we're being completely honest, that was a fluke. Belgium had 60% possession to their 40%, and it was a bit of a fluke. Like, Belgium should have at least scored one. But fair play, you've won that one. Against Romania, again, Romania 1-1. Statistically, that game was more Slovakia with 60% possession to 40, but shots wise it was quite equal. So again, quite an equal game. And then the Ukraine, they lost to Ukraine, which, you know, I don't think Ukraine have been that good. And again, it was another very equal game. So Slovakia, Belgium, Romania, Ukraine, very, very equal game. I look at the way that they line up. Obviously, Dubravka will know about. Skriniar, the captain, you know about. I just don't. I know that for me, it's just Serbia or Slovenia. I think it's the same sort of game, and if we've not learned how to play those sort of teams yet, then I think we're gonna. I don't know whether it will be pretty. I'm not guaranteeing that, but I'm guaranteeing it that we'll win that game, because we've been bad, but Harry Kane's a world-class striker, Saka's a world-class winger, Foden's a world-class player, so, you know, Bellingham, Declan Rice is very good at what he does, Kobe Mainoo's going to come into that team. You're telling me they're all going to play shit? I just can't see it. I know Southgate's a tractor, but I just can't see it. I really can't. I think it'll be I think England's problem for me is when we play a team that can actually play football. And I don't think Slovakia can play football. I think Austria can, Switzerland can, Germany can, France can. Not that they have yet necessarily, France, but I think they can. And I think that's when England will be, you know, we'll find out what England's really all about. Top 3 under 21 English players with the most potential, says JM. Oh yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm tired, mate. You do it. Oh look, they did have the hail. They're just showing pictures of people in the rain here now. Give us a bit more of an update than that, please. I worked in Slovakia. Their communities are lovely, says Oddie. Great stuff. Gaming Guy says the game... Oh, are we coming back now? No, Michael Oliver's told the cameras to go away. They need Captain Planet to sort this out. I think the Thunder's gone. There's a spider on there. There's a spider on that camera. They need to get back on now. Dari says, sorry, Mark, I don't disagree with you often, but that was the right decision to disallow the goal. Blocking needs to be eradicated from football. It's basically cheating. Look, Dari, when you look at it, you can easily say it's a foul. I completely agree. But I think the reason 65% people said the goal should have been given is simply because it was a foul. You know, I've got that wrong. I think the reason 65% of people said it should have been given was because it was a foul, but we see it all the time. And it's that consistency angle, isn't it? Like, that happens all the time. And if you're going to start giving fouls for that, then it needs to come from a UEFA directive that blocking in the box is going to be punished more severely. Because you've sometimes got, you know, 16 players waiting around for a corner. And it's taught on the training ground. Blocking off people's runs has been part of corner tactics for time. So you watch that back, and I agree, it looks like a foul. But where I'm coming from, and where I think some people are coming from, is that You can't just look at it back on a slow-mo and go, it's a foul. Like, I know it's a foul, but it always does happen. I mean, I've literally just seen a shot from Rieder against Italy, and Darmian is completely all over one of the Swiss players. It happens all the time, and that's the problem. I agree, when you look at it, you can see Kimmich turn and block him, but that's not the first time that's happened in the history of football. It happens all the time. So this is the problem, though, isn't it? Because UEFA can go, well, look at Kimmich, he clearly fouls him, it was the right decision. But the counter argument is it happens in every game, on every set piece, all the time, and you don't give fouls. Fate says that's not the point, it's a foul. Oh, God, you know when you spend a minute explaining something and then a complete and utter moron comes back with that? You didn't listen to anything, did you? You just didn't listen. You just chose it's a foul, and you didn't listen to why the goal should have been given, because it happens in every corner, on every free kick, in every football game for the last 100 years. Like, that's not the first time someone's been blocked off. It happens on every set piece. Apparently the game might be back. Match is restarting. Okay, well, they've got highlights on ITV here at the moment. Switzerland, very good. Apparently we're only 10 subscribers. Oh, yeah, they're warming up now. We're back on the pitch. Good. So we've probably lost about 20 minutes. The only problem is if this goes to extra time. This goes to extra time and penalties. We ain't finished until after 11 o'clock, and I'm missing over half of Coldplay, which I'm not willing to do. You know. If I miss the Scientist, I'll be fuming, or Jerusalem. I'll be very angry, and it'll be Michael Oliver's fault. 5-minute warm up, which they do need. They've got to have that. I'm not gonna argue with that. Thanks everybody who's tuning in, by the way. Apparently we're 50 subscribers away from 190,000. In fact, we're less than that. We're 25 subscribers away now. So make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Absolute legends for that. Remember, every watch along on this channel. What a community. And I'll have my legendary England match reaction after the match tomorrow. Hopefully I won't have to be slagging Southgate off. Hopefully I'll be saying it's coming home. Listening to play 3 lines on a shirt. Alexa, play Badil and Skinner. It's coming home. Which I haven't actually listened to yet. Some of you might be listening to that right now, actually thinking about it, because I have been told that sometimes I do activate Alexa. Which can be fun if I know it actually works. So, where are you? Let's be having you. Where are you? Michael Oliver's having a chat with somebody. Well, basically, it started to rain, and I've just had my haircut, and I don't know how to style my haircut. So, you know, it starts to rain, and you're messing your hair up. You've got responsibilities. You know, I'm Michael Oliver from Premier League. I've got great hair. That rain was messing it up, and I'm like, I'll tell you what, I like my job, but when that camera's on me, I've got to be looking good. So I didn't even see the thunder or the hail. I was just like, this haircut cost me 50 quid. So I'm like, I've got to get off, mate. He's restyled it now. You can tell. Right, we're going. He wants to get on with it. Give me the ball. Give me the fucking ball. Come on. Right, we're playing. 3 goals and you're in. No, not above head height. Any 2 touch. What? 1 touch. Hey, Cruz, what was it like at Madrid, eh? I've been there on holiday. Yeah, you've won a Champions League. Well, yeah, you know, I want to look at it. Who's the real winner? What do we got? What am I trying to do here? 119. Yeah, that's 109. Yeah, okay. This should work. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. Yes, 1.19. Have some of that. Have some of that. I need to sort this timer out because it's going to be... Oh, we're up and running here. Old Oliver. He wants his half-time cup of tea now. 35 minutes is where we're at. Come on. Don't go to extra time now. That's the big thing. Oh, that prison guard. I'll get arseache. Can I say that? It's just gone 9 o'clock. Yes, I can. I have my own watershed. 9 o'clock. I try and keep it. I don't try and do like. I try and keep it a bit clean before 9 o'clock. Make sure you subscribe. Yeah, we're very well. I think I've been a bit presumptuous there. I don't actually know if we've hit 1.19. 10 away. We can do it. Make sure you subscribe. I've been a bit presumptuous there. Favourite Coldplay song? I just think they've got so many, you know, mid to good songs, really. They've got a good catalogue. They're a good band to watch in a concert because, you know, a lot of the songs... I mean, Oasis would be ideal. Yellow was... The thing about Coldplay is I do have a little bit of an affiliation with Coldplay because when I lived in Ireland, I used to read the NME and stuff like that, and I saw in, like, towards the back, there was this write-up, very small, about this new band called Coldplay that were quite good. So I got their album, and I was telling people, oh, they're really good, and people started listening to it, and then they got really popular. I think if I hadn't started talking about them, they probably wouldn't be as big as they are, and I think to this day they know that. In fact, I would not be surprised if Chris Martin mentioned it again. Oh my God! Why is it not 1-0? Kasper Schmeichel's having a worldie. He's a little bit lucky here because it's straight at him, but it's one of those crosses that it's side netting. He should have scored, Havertz, but Kasper Schmeichel made himself big. Havertz was, well, you've got to say Havertz with the miss. They're not showing the replay. I'm not bloody showed the replay. I think my favourite song is probably, I don't know what it's called. It goes, must be a star up above. Mark did something similar. Not happen in Liverpool versus City with obstruction on the corner, says Egan. Don't know. We've moved on. Saw Coldplay in concert in DC. Great live show, says Daryl Street. I was wrong. Mark is cursed since Oliver is the ref, says Ree. Sky full of stars, yeah. Wolf likes Sweet Child of Mine. Yeah, that's a great Coldplay one, that. And I really like If You Want to Be My Lover. Oh, no, he's never getting there. I'll tell you what, I really need I'm going to be honest with you because we can share anything. Like Agony Bridge will, you know, if you've got any problems, get them in there. You know, I'm more than happy to help. But thoughts on HMP ones with Samuel? Yeah. The thing is, people will be shocked by that because that's the English nation. We'll all be shocked that a prison guard is shagging an inmate, and yet, if you've played the game, I know for a fact that that sort of stuff's been going on for years. It's just hit public. That sort of, yeah, some of the stuff that goes on in prison is unbelievable. If the public knew it, they'd be like, why are they in prison? Like the stuff they do. Oh, it's not uncommon. You know when you hear, oh, he had a phone in prison. Oh my God. You know, I'd imagine most of them have got a bloody phone. I'd imagine it wouldn't surprise me. They've got PlayStations. It wouldn't surprise me if, you know, when you're playing Ultimate Team, you might be playing somebody in prison. Like, I guarantee they've probably got internet on their PS5 as well. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in prison, and it's not the prisoner's faults. It's not the prison's fault. Everybody bloody knows it. It's just the government will go, as long as the public don't know, it's fine. I knew people who, like, every 6 months or so didn't mind going into prison, especially if you know, you got some debts or something like that. It's like going on. It's like going on a hotel. Some would say it's like going on holiday if you're getting a bit as well. not only do you get a warm room, 3 meals a day, a TV, hot water, but you're getting a bloody blowjob and a bit of chuff. And chuff's not drugs. You can probably get that as well. But if you know, you know. England versus Switzerland prediction. I won't actually give a prediction on England versus Switzerland because we've got to beat Slovakia. And even though we will do, I will wait on that one. But I think it'd be a good game. I'd look forward to England-Switzerland. I think it'd be a really good game because I think hopefully they'd bring the best out of us. I want England to play in Austria or Switzerland because if we beat a team like that, I think I'll start playing 3 Lions, to be honest. Jim White, book about Karate Kid. Jog on, wax off. Don't get it, GP. Does Kasper Schmeichel rank amongst the great keepers, says Ben? I think he's a top-class keeper, yeah. I think he's a good goalkeeper. Kenneth says, my family went to see Take That in Malahide last week. They knew not to ask me. Denmark on the attack. Oh, good defending by Germany. I saw Take That. Oh, Haaland. Go on, Rasmus. Side netting on his right foot. Probably needed to cut it back. Angle was tough. I tell you what, the nerves in the Germans will... I tell you what, they'll be blaming it on the Thunder if they go out. They'll say it killed their momentum. A very difficult angle for Rasmus to score from here. But as a striker, you're always going to shoot. You're always going to shoot from there. I called him Haaland. I got excited. I meant Rasmus. I'll just call him Rasmus. I'm getting like the English press, comparing him to Haaland. Can you sing us a song, says Josh? No. I went to see Take That in Dublin, but it was a better Take That than the one I saw was 5. It was when Robbie Williams came back. I didn't go on my own. I wasn't there in a Take That t-shirt going, oh, Mark, it's me, Mark, Gary. No, I went with like women who like Take That. And by women, I mean wife and her sister. Denmark are definitely coming back into this. Abraham has got a problem for us, or me. Hi, Mark. I fell in love with a girl, but I'm just a side piece. Any suggestions? Yeah, there's plenty more fish in the piece. There's plenty more fish in the sea, mate. Like, you fell in love with the wrong person. If she ain't interested, stop wasting your time. Put it this way. If you've got two cars on the road, one of them's your dream car, but it's got no petrol, and then the other car is not as good as that one, but it's full of petrol, and the door's open with the keys in it. Are you gonna? And there's a lion running towards you. Are you gonna get in the car that's got the petrol and drive off and enjoy your life, or are you gonna ruin your life, lusting over a car with no petrol in, and a lion's eating your arse, and not in a good way? Sometimes in life, you just got to get on with it. Stop lusting over somebody that's not right for you. You're in love with the idea of something. How can you be in love with somebody that doesn't bloody like you? You're wasting your time. You just got to get over it, mate. We've all been in that situation. Admittedly, I haven't, but I can imagine the situation because people have told me about it a lot. That's lovely play by Germany, but it's back to Schmeichel. The amount, if I had £1 for every time one of my friends has said to me, I think she's the one, and but she doesn't like me, and I've said, well, she's not the one. Surely you like yourself, and she doesn't. So how can she be the one? You could take out the lion in your car. Well, that's what, if you pick the right car, you can kill the lion as well on your way. Have that. Eat or be eaten. And again, I'm not talking about sex, because some people will say I'd rather get eaten, which is basically what was going on in that prison. How should ITV commentary could never be this? I know it's Clive Tilsley's last get. He's onside. He hasn't got the legs. Rasmus is the pass. Go on, Rasmus. Oh, what a save by Neuer. What's he doing? What's he doing? Is he giving a penalty? There's a break by Denmark. It was a great break. They get it all right. Neuer was brilliant here. I just wonder whether Oh, I tell you what. Rudiger is... What's Rudiger done? Nothing. I don't know. There's nothing gone on there. It's just the Rudiger got injured, didn't he? Nothing there. I was wondering what they were looking at there. I'd like to see that again. I think it was very good by the goalkeeper. I just felt whether maybe Rasmus could have gone in sliding. I know it would have been dangerous, but that's what I thought might be needed. But I'd watch that again. Cross the back post. Ooh. Oh, I tell you what, he's gone in on Neuer there. I tell you what, Germany need half-time. They started the game so well. And they have got... I mean, it's another break. It is half-time now. They started the game so well, Germany, but they have really run out of steam here. There's no doubt about it. And Denmark are growing into this game. I'd love to see that Rasmus chance again. Will half-time still be 15 minutes? I think by the letter of the law it has to be, yeah. Pinder says no penalty. Your explanation was lengthy. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Hi, Mark. Oh, God, they're all coming in now. Mark, how should is this ref? Thank you very much from Oliver. So, half-time. I don't know whether I'd even move that on. I think we are... No, we do need to pause that. So, that's how we're looking at half-time. And actually, in the first 10 minutes, it was total domination from Germany. It's now Denmark working their way back into it. And I think really what's coming to pass here is what we suspected might be the case, is that Germany have started to get a little bit nervous. And they found a way in Denmark now, into the heads of the crowd and the Germans themselves. But even then, you know, the Havertz chance, I never even saw the replay. That was a massive chance as well. Hi, Mark. Here in Luxembourg, which is 4 hours drive away, the storm is so bad it has been thundering for 15 minutes straight without stopping. It's mad, says William. Oh, we don't want any more of that, William. Jay Rayner says, I met a girl at an 18th last night. I'm 18 too, so I'm not a perv. And we got talking, but now she won't answer my text. What should I do, Mark? I don't get women. So you met her, you spoke to her, you're both 18, and she won't answer my text. I think I probably need a little bit more evidence here, Jay, because you've met a girl at a party, you're both the same age, great. There's lots of stuff going on about that at the moment that we don't want to, you know, we don't want anything like that in here. You've had a chat, you got on well, she won't answer your texts. Has she answered any of your texts since last night? Because this smells to me a little bit like she's had a bit to drink, she's got carried away, she's got on with you, and in the cold light of day, she ain't interested. That's what I'm thinking. But I'd probably need a little bit more. It's called reverse beer goggles, mate. Like, lots of us have had it, where the more you drink, the more attractive something becomes. And maybe she's woke up and gone, no. Post-nut clarity is what Lee Parsons calls it. But it might not be that. We'd probably need a little bit more information, like, did she message you back at all today? Cal says, hi, Mark. I've been in a relationship for 2 years now, but I've completely stopped hanging with my friends, which has led to them being really cold towards me. Any suggestions to fix the problem? Cheers. So you've dumped your bro to go with you. Yeah. It's a balancing act, mate. It's a game of scales. I would say to you, why have you stopped seeing your friends? Because of your relationship. Because when your relationship breaks up, you'll need your friends. It's a balancing act. You've neglected your friends, mate, and that shouldn't happen. You know, you've got to have a balanced relationship. It's like Southgate and England, right? he is prioritising his girlfriend or his partner. You know, it's all about them. Oh, yes, you can play on the wing. Oh, yes, you can play there. Let's get everything you want in the team, and you're neglecting balance. You know, you're neglecting Gordon and Palmer and Watkins and Mainu. You know, you're neglecting balance to get everything your partner wants in the team. All your favourites. You know, don't go out tonight. Let's stay in and have a pizza and watch Bridgerton on Netflix. Do you like Bridgerton, Cal? Do you like pizza? Your friends are there. Just come and have a chat with us. You know, let's play a bit of pool. You've got to get balance into your life. Because, you know, you'll need them when she dumps you. If she dumps you. Agony Bridge. Real life is always part of what we do here. Anyway, at half-time, it's 0-0 between Germany and Denmark. What are your thoughts? My thoughts are that Germany need a kick up the arse because this game's gone flat. Flatter than a bottle of pop that's had the lid off for 2 days. Germany started off really well. I think the game needs a goal. I think Denmark nearly got it with Rasmus. I want to see that chance again. But Havertz, Schmeichel's made some big saves. ITV commentators going in on Rasmus, says Niki. But mate, who are the ITV commentators? Because they ain't got a job after tonight, have they? They've been binned off, and it's not even the quarterfinals. So hold that if they're going in on Rasmus. If they're not, I think Tilsley's a very good commentator. But if they are going in on Rasmus, you haven't even got a quarterfinal. That's how good you are. Jog on. You're jobless. Garnacho starting tonight and Mainu tomorrow. Amazing, says Atoro. And Ethan says, how much of an age gap is too big in a relationship, says Ethan. Look, Ethan, if the passport says under 18, it's too big. The gap is way too big. That's all I'm saying. And also, if you're 50 and they're 25, I think that's too big as well. But let's get it clear. Make sure, just don't do anything illegal. Keel says, stop messaging her, Jay. Move on. Let her contact you. And Prosper says, did you hear the comment on Hoyland by the commentator on the 42nd minute? It's a shame the way they talk about a young striker who had a fairly decent first season. Can somebody tell me the comment? I'll find the comment. I've played the game. Prosper, thank you very much. I'll find this. The only quote I can see, Man United were looking for a hit man. They got a hit and miss man. A hit and miss boy, in fact. Clive Tilsley showing absolutely no mercy on Rasmus on commentary there. That's... It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Oh well. Could see Denmark going through on penalties here, says Jack. And Niki says Tills and Ali. Tilsley and Ali. She messaged back, but the texts were bland and boring. Now she's stopped completely. It's not like my texts are crap. It's just that she's being weird, says Jay. Right, we go to stage 2, Jay. This has worked before. I've used it so many times. You just need some willpower. Have you got some willpower, Jay? Because I don't give this advice out for free for a reason. I give it out for free to help people. Right, Jay, what you got to do now is bin. I nearly said bitch. I was going to say bin the bitch, but I've never met her. It's not fair. But you bin the person. Do not reply. Do not reply. You don't message them again. If there's something there, she will message you at some point. If she never messages you again, you've moved on. And that's what you're going to do. You move on. I'll ride the van instead of lusting for the car, says Abraham. Christopher Kramer said Hoyland was a good striker, but United overpaid, and I'd say he was right about the weather. I trust him on that one as well, says Pob. My problem is no lady can fit me in, Mark, says Oddie. What, because you're always at work? Hi, Mark. My missus is praying England get knocked out so I don't have to make her watch the final on her birthday, says Robert. She's probably safe. I would say percentage chance England are in a Euros final in the middle of July is probably at this point less than 20%. But it will start to get bigger if we start winning games there. You definitely need to do a weekly Ask Mark Agony Hour. Your book should be arriving next week. Can't wait, says Mandy. Do you get it early as a pre? Do you get it early as a pre-order? That's good, man. I don't know. DJ says you missed my super chat. Apologies. I'll try and find it. Garnacho starting tonight and Menu tomorrow. It's amazing, says Arturo. Who was that? DJ. Bum. DJ. I can't. DJ, I don't think you did do another one. I've gone all the way through. Oh, here we go. What's the biggest upset you ever witnessed in football? Like you just couldn't believe your eyes. Wimbledon, Liverpool was my first introduction to big. You know, I was only about 8. FA Cup final, Wimbledon, Liverpool, absolutely dominated them. Liverpool did. They were the best team in the world. Certainly the best team in England. Missed a penalty. You know, Wimbledon scored from a corner. It was that was very, very good. That was a very, very big shock. In their lives, you dirty mind, says Oddie. Thank you very much. Germany, Brazil in 2014 was an absolute annihilation, wasn't it? To do that to them in their own bloody country. What was it? 7-1 in their own World Cup. I'll share this because it's Saturday night and it's after 9 o'clock and it just made me laugh. So there's a Twitter account called @MartianBall and he's basically just, I was reading it like it was real and I don't know why, because if I'd read the Twitter account I know he takes the piss. Exclusive, Marcus Rashford set to undergo special medical tests before pre-season. Because of his confident issues and mood swings, Ineos want to make sure he's not pregnant before the new season starts. I was reading that like it was genuine for a moment there. Let me have a quick look here. I mean, I didn't get to see the replay on the Rasmus shot. Here he goes. I've got it here. Go on, play again. Here he is. Plays him in. There. To be honest, I think Neuer just gets on him very, very quickly. I really do. But it was a big moment. But Havertz should have scored with that header as well. I don't see anyone talking about that. It's just, I get used to it. I think everybody gets used to it. I think he will get used to it as a player as well. I'm starting to think Jay's got no friends as a ditcher. Let's not pick on each other. What film would Southgate's marital life be? Says Keshefa. Let's not go personal. We don't need to do that. We had a lot of breaks in this game, but the second half will be starting soon. And as I said, if it goes to extra time, it will be a very late night for us all. England tomorrow, of course. Please do subscribe by the channel. By the way, bottom right hand corner to do that. I actually could do with a dump. I know that's a bit too much information, but as the second half goes on, just letting you know. Ben number 6 says none of us do, Rajesh. That's why we watch football. All gamers with Mark. I don't know what that was about, but there we go. Who are you voting for? Says Mark. Says Winslow. I would never tell you anyway, but I may not even vote. I think you should vote, by the way, but I may not. I've got to look at it this week. Right, the players are coming out. Second half. Yabba dabba doo. Vision says, "Hi Mark, can you help me do a GoFundMe for my girlfriend?" Yeah, I'm not paying for you to have sex, mate, and we're not facilitating that either. The way the Swiss won today, I fear for England is prosper. I think it'll be a good game. I've played the game, and I think it'll be a good game. Right, Germany need to kick up the arse here. They're looking nervous. They look nervous. They've got to get their momentum going again. And come on, Oliver, get on with it. What's he moaning? He's running off to the side again now. Get on with the bloody game, mate. What's he doing now? It's all about him, isn't it? Oh, we can't have any more delays. What the fuck's going on now? This is going to be like the world's longest game. He's talking to the captains. I think he's saying there might be more rain coming. Oh, why do you have to wait? Fucking... They're taking him off again. Oh, we're playing again now. So, they have a chat about it might rain in for 2 minutes, and we could have got 2 minutes of the fucking game done. Absolute fucking idiots. Oh, I just don't believe it. I thought your missus saying we've got time for a quickie, but we might have in a couple of minutes. Let's wait around. Oh, yeah, let's crack on now. Just get on with it. You've just cost 2 minutes. Yeah, apparently it's... people were talking about Clive Tilsley and Ali McCoist as commentators, who I actually think have done quite well. But some people were saying that they were being quite harsh on Rasmus, but they've got no... this is their last game. I think, in fact, I think it's Tilsley's last game on ITV. But I don't know. I suppose they don't get every game, do they? So they'll probably get half of the quarterfinals. So they'll get 4 in the quarterfinal. No, they'll get 2 quarterfinals, a semi-final and a final. So they'll just give it to Matterface and Dixon, won't they? I've got Coldplay on record yet. Prosper says, Ange in the commentary, I wish it was Ten Hag. What were your thoughts on Greece winning the Euro 2004? Says, they were very boring for Forever United. I mean, it was a nice story, but they were very boring. And it's hard to get behind an underdog in the sense that I wanted them to do it, but it's hard to get behind them because they were so boring to watch. It was very smash and grab. Rub says, Germany are going out, aren't they? Yeah, I was very happy when Greece won it, but they were a hard team to watch because they didn't have a lot of the ball. It's a foul on Rasmus. Germany just need to get their tempo going here. Get full. What did I say? Fulkrug first goal. I didn't say first goal. I said he would score a goal. They're desperately trying to... I'm sorry, I'm going to have to whack mute here. I'm telling you now, that would have gone viral. It was like a machine gun. And I don't want that. Kids watch. I don't want that. Some people say you should have kept it live. It would have done well. But... Go! Get in! Get in! Denmark! Andersen! 1-0. What a Danish name as well. Hans Christian Andersen. I think he wrote books. Well, I tell you what. This Andersen writes nights. He writes stories. He writes records. Denmark can't believe it. Hold on. Hold on. VAR and Oliver are here to ruin it. He's offside. No, he might not be offside. I think that comes off a German player. Oh, God. He's going to be offside. He is a shit magnet, isn't he, Michael Oliver, though? I mean, it genuinely probably is offside, and some people would say it was a foul, and he can't do anything about the weather. But he is a shit magnet. Like, he literally attracts shit. I've not seen, across this tournament, no referee has had as many shit decisions as him. Offside. I don't know where this offside comes from, by the way, because I don't know. I'd need to see that on a slow-mo, really. CSL says, rubbish, Oliver. Constantine, who is Greek, says that Greek team was more boring than your England squad. This game, I tell you what, this has been a very, very frustrating game. Oh, if he gets his cross right here, this is a tap-in. Oh, come on. You're a bloody international footballer, mate. What sort of shit's that? Well, the game's lit up a bit more now. No. We need a goal. We need a goal. I want to see that Danish goal on proper slow-mos from the right angle, because he was in offside positions, but it's when the ball's played and it's who it's hit. Potential penalty check. The fuck? What's going on? What's going on here? It's always Oliver. Oh, it's for Denmark. On the goal. What the fuck's going on here? No. You can't give that. That's a joke. If that gets given, that's a joke. He's going to give it. That is a joke. He'd never give that in the Prem. You know what? I'm going to lose my shit on this. I am going to lose my shit. In the Premier League, that Pratt will not give that as a penalty. And countless times he hasn't. And in the fucking Euros, he decides I'm going to start giving it. They don't give that in the Premier League. His hand is up, but I would say it's natural. And the gap between the ball and the hand is minuscule. We've already seen in this tournament penalties not given for that. In the Premier League, that's never a penalty. And he is a referee in the Premier League. It's a joke. And I still want to see the Denmark goal, by the way, because I'm not convinced that's offside. What a fucking joke. That is disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. He's naturally in a position where his arm's going to be like that. And Havertz scores. It's a good penalty, but look, you can't knock the Germans. It's not their fault, but that's just a joke. An absolute joke. I can't believe it. Who's on VAR? Who's the VAR for this? Because if they're English, who is on VAR for Germany versus Denmark? Because, well, actually, it doesn't even matter. Michael Oliver's looking at the screen and has given it. Stuart Atwell. Another familiar face to English fans. Stuart Atwell be in charge of VAR, assisted by countryman David Coote and Italian Massimiliano Arati. Fucking jokers, mate. I'm disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. They've ruined the Premier League season, and now we're getting this ruined as well. Where's this offside for Denmark? What's this offside for Denmark as well? Oh, his toe's offside. Fair enough. They've probably got that right then. Toe was offside. Okay, that's fine. The Danish goal, I get it. I wanted to see that. I'm not going to moan about something I can't moan about, but the penalty is a disgrace. Absolutely disgrace. And you know that the horrible thing about that is, if you're Danish or you don't want Germany to win, you've got English referees giving a handball that we know in the Premier League is not a handball, because they would go natural hand position and ball to hand. It's such a small distance. It's disgusting. Didn't they know they use the Premier League? Didn't know they use the Premier League books, as Casper. Mate, they're English referees. Like, they know that they don't finish the Premier League season and then go to UEFA school for 3 weeks before the Euros. They referee games the same way. And they've changed their plans. VAR removed the magic from football, says Cress. Just saw the offside angle, you're going to lose it, says Mans. No, I think it probably was. China says, Michael Oliver is a menace in the Premier League. He's always messing up games. 3 terrible decisions. VAR is Stuart Atwell. VAR is ruining football, and Oliver is a disgrace, says Anthony Johnson. CSL says, that's utterly ridiculous. Michael Oliver, rubbish. Hope we don't get a Danish referee tomorrow, says Brad. Don't know how we won the FA Cup with this donkey as the referee, says Atoro. Well, can Denmark get back into this game? I think they might struggle a bit now. Bars just had a yellow card here for a collision with Andrik. But a very, very frustrating few minutes for the Danish there. They thought they'd scored a goal. They go up the other end, then they get a penalty against them. Should it have been a penalty? Can we do a poll? Yes, definitely. Sorry about that. I mean, look, what I will say is I've got no problem with Germany having the penalty, by the way. And I'm sure you're very, very happy about it. But don't stick your nose in something you don't understand. This is a Premier League conversation we're having about Premier League officials, whereby in the Premier League they won't give that as a penalty. So why are they changing their minds in a major tournament? Now, Germany benefit from that, and you probably aren't educated enough to know why we're moaning about it. What a bit of skill by Havertz. This is going to be a fantastic goal, and he's missed it. He's bloody missed it. How has he missed that? Absolutely brilliant bit of skill by Havertz. Just left the defender for dead. I think that's got to be a foul by Christensen on Sane, because it would have been a sweat. Look at this by Havertz. Magnificent. And I think Kasper Schmeichel does a good job. What's going on here? He's losing control of this game, Oliver. He's booked both managers. I think Sane was fouled there, by the way. I genuinely think Sane was fouled, because it would have been a simple tap-in to cross it across to him, and he got tripped up by Christensen. So, as I said, it's disorganised chaos here at the moment. But going back to the penalty, I think if you're a European follower of football, if you watch Italian football, that's a penalty. I understand that if you hit the hand with the ball, in a lot of European leagues, they give a penalty. And I'm quite happy for that to happen in the Premier League. Very happy for that. But we are in the Premier League, and what happens is you see game after game after game, the ball hits someone's hand like that, and they'll go, it's ball to hand, it's not hand to ball, and it's not a penalty. And that's what we're used to. That's why that's not a penalty for me, because I'm brought up on the Premier League, and they don't give them for that. So I find it absolutely fascinating that a Premier League referee and a Premier League on VAR don't tell him to go and have a look at it, and then he looks at it and goes, oh yeah, it's a penalty. He's a complete and utter bloody hypocrite. He knows that's not a penalty, because he knows he's never bloody given a penalty for that. That's my problem with it. He can't give the same one, Sane one, because he's played advantage, says Robert McCormack. So surely he can't say that's advantage. You know, you can go back. Chris says, this just shows how bad English refs are. Never seen anything controversial with VAR in Serie A or the other refs in the Euros. Why this incompetence? Thomas says, VAR has me falling out of love with football. Worst team and worst refs in the competition. It's shambles, says Robbo. If you break it down, they took away a goal because of a toe and gifted a goal because of a thumb. It's crazy, says Hot Honey. The whole of Europe now seeing why we complain about poor level of officiating in the Prem, says Alex. Yeah. Well, he needs to get control here, Simon. He says he's a disgrace of a referee. He needs to get control here. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Don't forget it's England watch-along tomorrow. I mean, look, by hook or by crook, Germany have got back in control of this game. It could have been very different. It could have been very different if Denmark's goal had been given. From what I've seen, he's offside, so I'm not gonna argue about that. You know, toe, pube, whatever. It's offside, isn't it? I personally think Germany's goal should have been given anyway, so I can live with the both having a goal disallowed. It's unfortunate, whatever. If anything, the German goal still should have stood, but the penalty, I think, is a harsh way. Lovely bit of skill, good covering, defending. Family Guy TV says it's a joke of a match. But look, Denmark can still get something out of this. Germany have looked very nervous for a large portion of this game. And the game is starting to open up. which is a positive, I suppose. He cannot decide that's not a penalty just because he wouldn't be given one in the Prem. The refs get briefed before a tournament, so they all judge similarly across the tournament. Not his fault, says Pob. I forget the game, Pob, but we've already seen one of those not given as a penalty for a handball in this very tournament, so don't really know what you're talking about. I've seen so much football over the last week and a half, I'd normally be able to tell you the game, but there's definitely been a game in this tournament where it's been more of a handball than that, and it wasn't given. So you're not actually talking facts. Do they have to follow the UEFA regulations on handballs, says Daniel? Well, as I said, I can't remember the game, but I remember we were watching one. Oh, God, mistake. Havertz is in again. He's going to have to go on his own. He's going to have to cut it back. Little dink, 2-0. Oh, what a miss. Oh, no, there was an offside anyway. It was offside on Havertz anyway. Yeah. Double sub. Fulkrug's coming on. I did say he would score a goal. Funnily enough, he's coming on for Gundogan, who's another player I said would score a goal. But I said Fulkrug from the bench to score. Dortmund striker in Dortmund. Andrik and Gundogan off. Chan and Fulkrug on. Lee Berman says the game's coming to life now. Big half an hour coming up. Yeah, you feel if Germany get the second, it's over. I've just seen forehead of the tournament on the German bench, says Kenneth. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. 20,000 of you. Remember, we're doing every game as a watch-along. Tune in, get involved. I'd hate this game to be decided by that decision. There needs to be another goal in this one way or another. And I'm sure there will be, but the Germans are catching Denmark out on the break. I mean, look at that. Denmark are trying to play as a back four through what looks like a front six at the moment. There's a lot of space. Out there. I think Denmark are going to have to get that wind on as well. Denmark made any subs yet? Oh, they've got to play that. Got to play that quicker ball. Why am I looking at that? Is Rasmus? Good save, Manuel Neuer. He's had to take the shot early. He's in a lovely place. Yeah, he's gone for the power, but yeah, it's straight at the keeper. No subs for Denmark yet. Sane into Fulkrug. I do like Fulkrug. I think he's an absolute power. Traditional number 9, and the power on his shot as well. It's open, yeah, like Lee says though, it has opened up this second half. Well, it has to now, doesn't it? It's not 0-0 anymore. We're not in London anymore. Andrik equals Andrish sound, says Howder. Thank you. I don't actually care about pronunciation of names, but if people tell me how to do it, I will try and remember. It's a lovely ball. But, oh no, where was the keeper there? I tell you what a finish. I've got to say, Schmeichel's got to be out there. What a finish by Muzzy. I'm like, where is Schmeichel there? I'm like, what the fuck? I was really like, where is the keeper? And I think he's obviously thought about coming or not. That's a keeper error. That is a keeping error. He's got to be coming on to that. I was like, I genuinely was. He's going to come out, you know, because the camera's there. I'm like, he's going to be coming any minute. Where is he? He's not fucking come. What the fuck? He's got to come for that. He's got to come for this. Look, watch this. Keeper's got to be on that. He's got to come for it. Maybe that's age. Anticipation. Look, he can't come for it. There's a point where you've got to go for that. And you've got to go for that early. And, yeah. What player from the Germany team would you take at Man United? Be somewhat realistic. Kimmich. Zach. Definitely. Yeah. Well, at least Germany have got a legit goal. Because if it was won by that penalty, it would be very, very harsh. Some saying it might have held up with the rain. I think you've got to come for it, mate, because I'm not saying he's definitely going to get it, but you've got to come for it, because if you don't come for it, he ain't going to miss from there. The angle's perfect. You open your body up, you can curl it round. There's nothing Kasper Schmeichel can do in that situation as a goalkeeper. Like, it's a goal. You're just hoping for a bad connect. He'd have been better off coming for it and forcing him to try and go round him or forcing him to take the shot early. But by letting him... You've got to come for it. And as I say, I'm not saying you get there, but you've got to come for it. And he's not a sweeper keeper, is he? Casper the Ghost, says Sam. No, look, I think it's David De Gea, isn't it? You know, we're used to Ederson, Alisson. You know, they're going to come out for that. Raya. That's the modern goalkeeper. Kasper Schmeichel's not that, to be fair. Oh, Fulkrug. Nearly. But I can't see because we haven't got the camera angle, but I'd love to see what Kasper Schmeichel's starting position was when the German defender had the ball, because as soon as the German defender's on the ball, I think as a goalkeeper, you've got to be on your D. That's what you've got. You know, it's a brilliant finish, Alex. You're absolutely correct. Oh, Neuer would have been playing bloody keep-ups with it. It's a hard way back for Denmark now. Denmark have made a substitution. Because I can see Poulsen's on for Olsen. Norgard's on for Delaney. So Germany looking like they're heading through to the quarterfinals. No extra time, which is great. They will play the winner of Spain-Georgia tomorrow, and England-Slovakia will play Switzerland. So it's a bit weird that the two that win aren't playing on the same day, because that happens on every other day. But Slovenia-Portugal and Belgium-France winners play each other, and then on Tuesday, Netherlands-Romania and Austria-Turkey play each other. But with this one today, Germany don't play Switzerland. Germany play the winner of Georgia-Spain, and England-Slovakia will be playing Switzerland. This is what you're up against, though, Denmark. You know, we spoke about the host country. We spoke about the home game crowd. You know, it's a hard job when you're up against that. But, you know, when you get, you know, let's be kind, because you know what my thoughts are. When you get 50-50 decisions going against you like that penalty, it's very difficult. Mark, might as well keep the streak going and just do a Copa America watch-along tonight. Garnacho rumoured to start. I'm not interested. Brace, I've got, you know, fair play to people who want to do that, but, you know, I've done 2 watch-alongs today. I've done United Stand twice. I need to get sleep. You know, it's a big day tomorrow. Yeah. I don't mind doing early morning streams. I do it for the United Stand, you know, the United Tour games, but I'm not that interested in staying up for the Copa America. Musiala for the player of the tournament, says Prosper. How many goals has Musiala got now? And Cameron says every team but Spain look beatable. Should it have been a penalty? 62% of you said no. Musiala's got 3, so he's the top scorer in the tournament, isn't he? I think there's a Slovakian that's got 2. Do you think Kimmich would join Man United next season, even though they are not in the Champions League, says Zach? Yeah, it's a good point. Although he's thinking, apparently he might be going to Saudi Arabia. I don't think Man United will go for Kimmich. I think, I mean, this is not the United stand, but I think Man United are, you look at all the players that we're looking at, they're all below 25. De Ligt, Branthwaite, Xerxes, Ugarte. I don't think they're going to go for those sort of players. I mean, the only one they might go for is Rabiot on a free, but I don't think we're looking at that profile of player anymore. Glastonbury's a music festival, Kartik, yeah. Arsenal, Kimmich would be a good signing for Arsenal. I mean, Kimmich should be a good signing for Man United. I just don't think United are looking at those sort of profile players, but, you know, it'd be interesting to see who Man City go for, because they've got 200 million they can just spend like that. So it'd be interesting to see who Man City go for, because they will go for somebody. Nobody's interested in Man City, so you never hear about them. The only stories people care about are like Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal. So you know, Man City will just sign somebody out of the blue for 100 million quid, because no one talks about them in the UK. You know, TalkSport don't do it, Sky don't do it, Twitter doesn't do it. So you never really hear about who they're chasing and stuff like that. But they will. They'll sign somebody big. Corner to Denmark. If they're going to do anything, they've got to do it now. Oh. Another corner. Well, there's 15 minutes to go. If they could just get one. They've had a few chances. Headed away. The penalty was unjustified. However, Sane should have gotten a penalty, so it just feels just to me, says Austin. I'm just glad it won't be decided by that one goal, because I think that would have been a, you know, Premier League thing, isn't it? Where you know, think about all the bad Premier League game results last year that were decided by a crappy VAR. At least Germany have got the second goal here. Go on, have a shot. Oh no, Rudiger's there. There's nothing wrong with Rudiger there. He's such a shit house. There's nothing wrong with him. Yeah, I like Rudiger though. I do like Rudiger. But he's cleared the game. He knows what he's doing. Michael says, yes, got the corner. Thanks everyone who subscribed, by the way. We did hit the 1.19. Denmark making 3 substitutions here. I'm not making them yet. It's always frustrating when you want to get on. I like Rudiger. I know he's a shithouse, but I've always liked Rudiger. You know, even when he was at Chelsea, I've got a lot of time for the shithouse of a team. You know, United have had a few over the years. They're invaluable, really. England, Slovakia tomorrow. Are you confident? I am. Look, I'm not confident we're going to play brilliant football because I think we've been so disappointing. But you know, that would be Iceland proportion if we got knocked out. And I'm not saying Slovakia probably better than Iceland were at the time, but England are a lot better than England are a lot better than we were when we went out to Iceland. We've got so many good players. It would be incredible. "10 minutes, triple substitution for Denmark." They got to go for it. They've got to go for it. How far do you think Germany can go in the tournament? Let's see Spain tomorrow night. And then we've got Spain-Germany next week. And as much as Spain might be the favourites... actually, it's on Friday night at 5 o'clock. Spain-Germany. If Spain beat Georgia, of course, which they'll be massive favourites for. I mean, look, I'm going to predict you the quarterfinals. Friday, 5 o'clock, Spain-Germany. Friday, 8 o'clock, France-Portugal. Oh, God. I mean, is that a Friday or is that a Friday? Germany-Spain at 5 o'clock. France-Portugal at 8 o'clock. And then you're going to get a semi-final of France or Portugal against Germany or Spain. I mean, that side of the draw. How good are the finalists going to be by the time they get to the final when you've got to beat, you know, that level of quality? But yeah, I think it'll be Germany, Spain on Friday at 5, France, Portugal at 8, Netherlands, Austria on the Saturday at 8, and England, Switzerland on the Saturday at 5. That's that side of the draw, though. Bloody hell. France. Well, that's if France beat Belgium. I mean, you know, I think Portugal will beat Slovenia. I think Spain will beat Georgia. France, Belgium. You never know. You'd say France, but you never know. France haven't been that good. Romania, Netherlands might be close. I'm not, you know, I think Netherlands will win, but that might be close. Austria, Turkey again could be close. I think that'd be interesting games then. Højbjerg's probably had the worst performance today. 2 out of 10, says Nigel. Ben number 6 says, it's kind of annoying that Musiala can play left wing and Foden can't. Ian says, surely the winner is on that side of the draw that's got Germany, Spain, France and Portugal. Well, you'd say that, but they could get tired. They could pick up suspensions. They could pick up injuries. They're going to be very intense games, aren't they? I get what you mean, though, because if you're Spain and you've beaten Germany and France or Portugal to get to the final, and then you play England, who have only played like teams like Switzerland, etc. Here we go. Play Fulkrug in. He's offside. He's offside. Good save by Schmeichel, but he was offside anyway. Coldplay alive right now. I know, I've got him on record. Chris Can we just have a moment silent for Chris, who is probably the unluckiest person this week in a footballing sense. He's very lucky in a life sense, but Chris is getting married on Friday. I fucked it with the footy. Chris's words, not mine. Yeah, but at least you get to watch England on Saturday, mate. But that is, I mean, look, it's not set yet, is it? But Germany, Spain, and France, Portugal on Friday is a fucking fantastic Friday. Korean says, evening chaps, barring a miracle, England will play trash for the rest of the tournament. Then the players will go back to their clubs and play well, all because Southgate and his ways. Cheers, pal. Thank you, mate. Can't Have United says Coldplay's on now. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks for all your super chats tonight, by the way. Really appreciate it. And thanks for everybody who helped us to get to 1.19. Remember, the aim is to get to 2 million by the end of the Euros. So we're on the march. We're counting down. And we might do it. We've got we're not done round of 16 yet. So we might be able to do it. So make sure you keep tuning in. Subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. England, Slovakia, and Spain, Georgia. I don't think Georgia will get much out of Spain, to be honest, because look, Georgia did well to beat Portugal, but it was Portugal's reserves, and they still had chances. I think the refereeing in that game was dodgy as well. You know, Ronaldo should have had a penalty. I mean, he was basically taking his top off. He should have said, "This is not Wandsworth Prison." Hi, Mark. Is there something you would like to do before the year ends? A bucket list as Heart of United? I'm always working on a few things, and sometimes, you know, two or three things happen. But to be fair, this year I've managed charity matches in front of tens of thousands of people. This year I wanted to play, and I played for 20 minutes, so that was personally fantastic, just to play in front of 30,000 people. And I've got my book coming out next month as well, which I've been working on for about a year, so I'm pretty content with those two things. They say it comes in threes, so we'll see, but I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy with that. I'll be giving more details about the book over the next few days anyway, but I'm not going to mention it much tonight. Oh, I tell you what. But no, I still think, you know, just on Germany, with 5 minutes to go, they're definitely going to go through. What are your thoughts on Germany? Because I feel with Germany that they are still growing potentially, but they are still a team that I would say I'm a little bit unsure about. Is the balance quite right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, at times they look good, and at times they look vulnerable. What they have got, and it's great as well. Look, I wanted Denmark to win. I'm not going to lie about that. I did want them to win because of the Man United connection, but then another part of me was like, it would be bad for the tournament if they if the hosts went out. So I didn't want to see the hosts going out. But I think they're going to have to do a bit better. I really hope Portugal get going, you know. I still think they've got a chance. France could get going. Spain are a lot of people's favourites. I'll tell you what would be a good final. Germany-England in Germany. Now, if you want to be a legend, lads, winning our first tournament in, 60 years our first ever tournament off English soil and doing it against the hosts in Germany. Pfft, that would be good. Not all bad. The losers, they can join us, and the rest of the misfits in the pub. There is a haggis buffet, fountain of iron brew, and Kelvin Harris is live, says Jack. Welcome to the Members Club, J-Lo. Appreciate that. Final will be England-Spain, says Cameron. I think the team that would worry me the most if they get going is France, because they are an amazing squad. Arturo says Rasmus will get deserved rest for new season. Yeah, look, I'm not blind to the criticism in the chat. I'm just not interested in it. It doesn't do anything for me, and it doesn't do anything for the player, and it doesn't do anything for Man United. And, you know, I'm not really interested in it. You can say what you like, but from a Manchester United point of view, the fact that Harry Maguire got injured was bad for Harry Maguire, but from a Man United point of view, whether he stays or whether he gets sold, it will happen quicker. You know, Rasmus will be back a week earlier now. Eriksen will be back a week earlier now. He'll be thinking about his future quicker now. I mean, from an Eriksen point of view, if we're looking to sell Eriksen, then, you know, he's not going to be going, well, I'm thinking about a Denmark quarter-final, is he? He's going to be now, I'm going on holiday to have a think. So this is what I mean about July. Things start to happen, don't they? You know, I don't want England to go out. Absolutely don't want England to go out. But if they did, after, you know, kicking a few chairs, I would be, well, at least Mainoo's going to be back early. Here we go, look. English ref, 5 minutes added on. He's a fucking idiot, isn't he? He's an absolute prat. He's got no idea, has he? Charlie's just given me the Coldplay set list so far. I listened to the first one. Probably skip the next two and then go Paradise. This is 3. Wirtz with the goal. 3-0. Or is it offside? No, it is offside. He was miles off. I think that's what Fulkrug's saying. Why have you got involved in that when you're so far offside? I see a Cruz Euro win and a following Ballon d'Or, to be honest, says Howder. What's he stopping the play for now? You know, they need to bin these twats off. They need to bin them off. The fuck, every game that there's been English refs involved has been fucking rubbish. This is, you know what? You know, if you're not English or you don't watch the Premier League, we have to put up with this every fucking week. Every game, every week. What were they checking for there? Why were they checking that? It's the most obvious offside in history. Howder says, how is your dancing skills? And if you're out, do you just sit drinking or are you out dancing, Bridge? Says Howder. Oh, I haven't been out dance. I used to be for a long time. I'd have a right good dance up until about 30, but not the 1930s. But no, I don't bother now. I'd have to be. The circumstances would have to be perfect. Rasmus needs an experienced striker to learn from. Cavani would have been perfect for him. Well, he's got Rude now, Jack. I'm not. I don't listen to that. I'm sure Arsenal fans never listen to the Havertz stuff. I'm sure Chelsea fans don't listen to the Jackson stuff. I'm not interested in all that. I'm absolutely happy with Rasmus, and he scored 2 very, very good goals at the end of last season from the bench for Manchester United. What he does for Denmark's a bonus, isn't it? I'm not really bothered. Won the FA Cup. New owners, new players coming in. I'm not that bothered. A Man City fan's going to be bothered about how shit Phil Foden's been for Man City, or a Bayern Munich fan's going to give a shit about how crap Harry Kane's been for England. It's a lovely bubble, and I'm loving the tournament, but I don't scout players from international football, and I don't. Good save by Schmeichel there. I don't overanalyze players for my club in international football. If they play well, great. If they don't, get back to your club where you're like, David Beckham got sent off in 1998 and people were pitting up mannequins of him hanging from bridges and all sorts. All we did as Man United fans is says, come back to Manchester. We've got your back. Let the world hate. Couldn't give a shit. So I'm too long in the tooth for people trying to get under my skin about slagging off Man United players. And maybe, maybe we do live in a world now where some of them people are Man United fans as well. But, as I said, I've seen this with Ronaldo. I've seen it with Rooney. I've seen it with Beckham. There are players. I think they're good players. And they'll be backed by Man United fans. And it'll be absolutely fine. So, and the most important thing is these players are part of Ten Hag's plans. They're part of Ineos's plans. And they're part of Man United fans, and that's the bottom line. Haters gonna hate. It's just noise. They're not gonna change anything. Ineos aren't gonna log on to Twitter and go, maybe we shouldn't play Rasmus anymore. He's got to blow the whistle now. He's still playing on. He thinks he's in fucking Norwich. I tell you what. This ref has frustrated the life out of me tonight. I've enjoyed so much of this tournament, and this has been like watching the Premier League. Absolutely appalling. They should send him back to England tonight, because anybody watching that around the world will be like, what the fuck's this shit? This is not what it's been like. Final whistle, Germany go through. In one way, it's fantastic because having the hosts in the tournament's important for the buzz of the tournament. I don't think there can be any complaints, really. We can have lots of complaints about the officiating, of course, but welcome to the Premier League. But Germany march on. This side of the draw is becoming very, very interesting. Germany through against Denmark. If Spain beat Georgia, Portugal beat Slovenia, and obviously France beat Belgium. What a Final Four on that side you've got. Thanks everyone for watching. Hear me out. Slovakia is going to knock out England, says Solomon. Well, we'll see tomorrow. I'm back here tomorrow for 5 o'clock for a kickoff. Here we go. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. You've been absolute legends. It's been a long day. I'm going to go and watch a bit of Coldplay and chill out. And then tomorrow is a big day. England against Slovakia. That's what we're here for. Make sure you smash a like and subscribe. Absolute legends in the chat. We've had a rain break. We've had multiple VAR breaks. But ultimately, we've had no extra time and penalties. We've had 2 convincing winners. Switzerland and Germany go through. Denmark and Italy go home. Thanks, everyone. Take care. I'll speak to you tomorrow.